Hi everyone, it's Michelle at Divine's Purpose. If you are new, welcome to the channel, and if you're returning, happy Monday. What's poppin', what's good? I was led to come on this morning to talk to you guys about the 1212 portal that is approaching. Now you have to understand, we've been prepping for this energy and this gateway for the last few months. So to any of you who have been doing your work, who understand that there are huge shifts and changes that are occurring in a rapid pace, this message is for you. I'm going to bring in Archangel Metatron as always, as well as Archangel Michael. That way I can have the collective energy forward. And I'm also going to call upon Yeshua, which is Christ consciousness, to come forward as well to help me with the message. And the reason why I'm being led to ask for the 3, because it's the energy of Christ consciousness. And I feel like very strongly in my heart that 1212 is getting ready for 1221, which is the awakening of Christ consciousness in more of a rapid pace. A lot of people have been awakening already since 2012, let's be real. There is an end of the Mayan calendar, which is occurring while we enter the age of Aquarius. Excuse me, guys. You know my throat chakra acts up when I start speaking. And, there's a lot of revelations coming through to your own journey and a lot of remembrance of who you were through the motion of past life. So, with that said, please understand Christ consciousness is the aspect of love. It's the aspect of light. And it's what this planet needs to ascend. It also is the aspect of your own journey, as you are the reflection of the planet you see in front of you. Everything within is without. As above, so below. Okay? So let's get it started. I hope everybody is well. And I hope this serves your highest good. If you like the video, press like. If you want to subscribe, please do. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. I keep receiving the Gemini energy, and the new moon is for new starts. It's usually the full moon, but this is the new moon in Gemini. There is a lot of mirroring. This is the twin card, in my opinion. And, coming into 1221, that is a direct mirror. So the thing is, even with my throat chakra, I can tell that people still need to speak, and people need to speak up through this portal. So, to any of you who are having throat chakra wounds or restrictions, I would suggest you start working on this and ask your guides. God, obviously, go directly to source if you can. You don't need a third party, but the guides and the ascended masters and the archangels and the Holy Family are always here to help you. But yeah, I would ask for help in this aspect. It's a new beginning. It's a new cycle. And, it is crazy to me how much fear is put on someone's throat chakra. And, you have to understand, I do past life regression work, and we look back at people who were in our position, teachers, prophets, healers, light workers. We were considered other things such as, devil worshippers, witches, and we were put into murder through that, right? So I understand the fear of speaking your truth. So to those of you who have fear about coming out and speaking your truth, please remember you are the way shower. You are the messenger. You are the messenger of God. Therefore, you want to make sure that your instrument, the microphone, the reason that you're here is fully aligned to your truth. It doesn't mean it has to be clear communication all the time. You hear me, my voice is always shaky and I'm always going through stuff. But you just got to go for it, guys, okay? So for 1212, we're going to have some throat chakra activation coming through, which is really beautiful. Congratulations. I hope the lighting is all right. It's really early here. But as long as you can hear the message, that's all that matters. So we have a new moon eclipse, and we do have an eclipse coming through in the next couple weeks. Expect powerful changes, exactly. So the 1212 is beautiful because the thing is, it's telling us that you've been prepped for whatever's about to come, and it will be very powerful. We have the new moon twice, guys, so there's some brand new beginnings here. I know when it comes to seeing a tarot energy, it's always the Fool, and right when I say that, that's hilarious. I'll show you what I'm looking at. This is my Oceanic Tarot deck, which is my Divine Masculine deck, and there it is, the full new beginning. There is a lot of new beginnings coming forward in this energy, guys, so be prepared, and it's going to ask of you to do things that you're not used to doing. So you have to be comfortable with change. A lot of people don't like change. I can't understand that, because change is the only thing that we are promised. This is about evolution. This is about ascension. This is about constantly changing, right? So don't get caught in a comfort zone. Don't get caught in that, because that's a huge codependency. We're being asked right now to be clear what we desire, and not only think it and feel it, but communicate it. So to those of you who have to communicate with individuals, whoever it is in your life, you're being led to do so before this portal. I believe that you're going to be really divinely guided through this, and you're going to expect some powerful changes, probably things that you've been asking for a while, when you take the action forward, okay? So let me clarify some of this with my energy oracle cards, if I could find them this morning. Here we go. Just to see how this is going to actually come through in regards to the physical. I'm also going to give you guys this energy of the solar flash. You know, I'm just seeing that through the eclipse for 12/21. 12/21 is a very big date. There's a lot going on around it. And I know a lot of people are not really speaking about it as much as they should. I've been speaking about this probably for the last 6 months on my Instagram account, but it's been slow information because I don't want to reveal too much. But people are now starting to talk about it a little bit more, and there is a lot going on in that one specific date that has been prophesized for a very long time, okay? So if you're into astrology, I would suggest you look into that date and see what it means to you, but really it's for the planet, and understand that, you know, there could be a solar flash and there could be a lot of lights in the sky. I've been talking about the light beings coming in for a while. So be ready for it, because, you know, when we're going into the age of Aquarius, this is the motion of Christ consciousness, which is love. And there's going to be some extra assistance coming through on this planet to help us, because it is a spiritual warfare. You know, some people don't really understand it as much, but there's definitely some stuff going on behind the veils, guys. And it comes with a motion of fear. Obviously, look at the time that we're at right now, right? You got to step back and look at the world from a different perception. That's the thing. It's like, don't be so caught up in your own illusions. Don't be so caught up in what people are telling you. Turn everything off and go within. You know, it's a very hermit energy. This is a number 29. It's the world. It's understanding that there are things going to be occurring. I do believe December 29th we're going to see and feel more of this energy. You know, and understanding that it's starting probably on 12/12. So, you know, we're going to get a couple weeks of this energy coming through. So you have time to create this change. It's not like you don't, but, you know, get on the ship, y'all. That's all I got to say. Like, I've been talking about that for a while. So the one energy that I would tell you to stay in is this: appreciation, gratitude. This is probably the key aspect to anybody, all of us. You know, gratitude brings so much peace, and when there's so much change that's going on in the world, right, expect powerful changes. We're being led to sit in a moment of appreciation and gratitude. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you know. You know, even if you feel like you don't have everything you really feel like you need in the material world, which is an illusion anyways, appreciate the knowledge and wisdom that you have. Right? The knowledge is the motion of the ego, and the wisdom is the motion of the God within you, the God, the goddess. So whatever you flow with, you know, appreciate what you have. I'm not surprised that this is coming out, the door to romance. It's been coming out. I feel like a lot of people are actually stepping into a really beautiful love story. And, when we talk about Christ consciousness and we talk about this is the world, the planet of love that's going to be shifting, right? Expect powerful changes. There's going to be a lot more divine lovers out there that will start taking the lead onto this planet as you were led through the motion of divine love. We have human love on this planet, but it's being shifted to divine love. And then the divine lovers are actually the leaders. They are the templates of the God and Goddess on this planet to show what real love is about. There's so much change. It's crazy how much work we have in front of us, but it's like the light is green and it's time to go. And green is the heart chakra, okay? So some of you also are going to be working on that too while you're working on your throat. And the angel of love, see what I mean? Like there's so much light and love coming onto the planet right now, guys. It's being divinely guided and it's coming through during 12/12. So the one aspect I will share with you guys is that if you have a love of your life, if you know someone that you love, it's time to express it. And if you don't, then express to your own love and your own journey what you've gone through in 2020. I feel a little bit of a reflection, to be honest with you. Because, when we think of 12/12 and then 12/21, it is a mirrored energy like the twin, right? But it's also understanding that, there's been a powerful change in your own life. You've done the work. There's things that are actually shifting in your own personal journey. I feel like there's a lot of appreciation to this journey as it should be. I know I'm very grateful for everything that I went through. I wouldn't change anything. And, when we look back at 2020, we're not only looking back at 2020, to be honest with you, we're looking back through the motion of 2012. So, like I said to you, the Mayan calendar, right? They said there's like 7 trumpets that represents the year up to the end of the world, which is what? The end of the 3D planet going into a higher dimension. And 7 is the number of God. And this is occurring now, coming through 2020. And when you're reflecting, there's going to be a lot of remembrance through the motion of whatever happened in 2012 to now. And I do believe that you're going to be going through gateways in your dreams. I know my dreams have been very intense and all over the place. And what it means to me is that you're going through a lot of remembrance, but not only that, as a healer, I do know that you're also going and clearing out timelines that no longer serve. What that looks like is that anything that is not vibing on the frequency of love is being dismissed and thrown out. So there will be purges and there will be some more deeper healing, aka shadow work, because it's coming up as a final purge. You have to understand, we will always be healing. That's the whole point of an ascension. We're trying to rise up and change constantly. So there's always things that we need to release. But I do feel like this is a very powerful one. And remember, we've been getting prepped for this for a while, is what they're telling me, okay? So I'm going to finish off here using the Oceanic Tarot and see if there's any final messages that want to come out in regards to this energy. But I'm going to tell you guys, it's very beautiful. When you move into the 5th dimension, and remember, this is a consciousness, right? And it's an inner knowing. I already am a 5-dimensional being and probably higher. It's very peaceful here. And we only rep love, and we are also human at the same time. It's not like we've ascended totally. And I always say that to my clients, because if we did, I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here. God would have taken us to our next destination. So remember that you're still human, and human is flawed. Therefore, there will be mistakes. There will be oops. There will be energies like that. But we don't give us we don't put shame on it anymore. We just recognize it, take responsibility for it. We do ho'oponopono, and we keep it popping. All right, the star, yes, the wish fulfillment, the hope. Yes, the card is damaged, and there's a really huge story when it comes to that, but I might share it another day. It was the shipwrecked at sea. So yeah, the star is amazing. It's understanding that there is a wish fulfillment, there is hope. I don't really like the word hope. There is a little bit of a duality to it, but it's a knowing, but it's also understanding that you are healing as well. And, be in a place of gratitude and appreciation for what you wished for, because I feel like it's also coming true. Yeah, it's just, sometimes I hear the collective wishes and I'm like, wow. And then, understanding that they received their wish, but they're not seeing it the way they wanted to. They have it. Ego has taken over, and it's sad because it's like your wish has come true. Like you've asked for a sign, and the sign is right in front of you. Pay attention. High Priestess, intuition. Another major arcana, by the way. The door to romance. Some of you are really understanding this on an intuitive level. It's coming into a very sacred place. The High Priestess sits in the pillars between dark and light. She has mastered this journey. She has been gifted the Akashic records. You can see that she's holding the Torah in her hand. And then she understands the infinity symbol, which is also the number 8. Remember, 2012 was 8 years ago. This is a karmic clearing. The High Priestess, is really magical. I understand a High Priestess energy because I am one and a lot of you are as well. She is the reflection. Remember I talked about reflection? I do feel like some of you are really going to be reflecting through this door of romance. Someone opened this door to your heart and you're going to be reflecting on it, because when you approach a High Priestess, she reflects all the mirrors on every angle to you, and you have no choice but to look within you. Some of you have to go through this in a very difficult way. However, it is here again through this gateway, through 2012, for you to really take a look and make sure that you've cleared up all the karmic energy that needs to be cleared up before you move forward. That's really beautiful. Really beautiful. Angel of Love, and we'll stop there. 3 has come out. Okay, so I'm going to keep it real. This has all been major arcana except for one specific card, and I'm not surprised. Okay, so we have the Sun, which is happiness, joy, harmony. This is the masculine energy. And this is going to be the masculine energy big time, because I'll finish off the cards that you see is also the Vortex, which is temptation. To me, well, not to me, this is the Devil card. And then we have the King of Pentacles here, which is trust. Okay, so very clear message to me here is telling me that the masculine energy within all of us, especially if you are a divine masculine, you're going to be expecting a lot of powerful changes because the Angel of Love is with you. There's going to be some aspects of this devil energy upon you at this time. It's going to get a little bit more in regards to the trust that you still need to have. When we look at the King of Pentacles, we think of him as he has prosperity, he has abundance. It's the material world. But I also have the Sun here, and the Sun has to do with the inner child, the innocence, the joy, the happiness. So you're going to be asked to look at what really matters to you at this time as a masculine energy, right? Because we are expecting powerful changes ahead. We have communication that needs to occur, but not only that, there's a place of the heart that has been opening up here. The Angel of Love is asking all the masculines, especially the divine masculines, I know this for sure, but as well as the masculine within all of us, is when you stare at this money, is that what you trust? When you stare at the material world, is that what you trust? Or is there something else that's bringing you forward in the motion of what you really trust, right? This is going to be the motion of the head versus the heart. I'm also picking up here that, don't allow yourself to be trapped in a vortex full of the material, the world. I also feel very strongly that a lot of you are going to be starting pulling back from the material world. You're stepping back from it, and this is what's going to actually help you take that step that you've been prolonging to take through the motion of fear. This is what it's telling me. I'm also picking up temptation energy as well, meaning any sexual addictions or patterns that have occurred in your life. I do feel like it's going to be coming to a close. And, we can also talk about there's someone that you're in love with and you desire them. So there's a lot of energy here, but the one aspect I will tell you for the last part of the reading is that masculine energy is going to be shifting dramatically through this portal. And I am not surprised because 2019, the feminine energy was in this. And I was actually reflecting this morning when I was having my first cup of coffee about where I was in 2019 at this current moment in time. I was in Bali and there was a lot of darkness around me, and I remember seeing a lot of sexual energies, and I went through a very traumatic experience myself. So I could imagine the masculine energy, what they're actually reflecting on right now. So if that resonates with you, remember you are protected, and remember that you're actually shifting into love consciousness, into Christ consciousness. So surrender what you need to surrender, do your work, and understand that you have to choose love and also appreciate the journey that has been put upon you. Because I do feel very strongly that happiness will be the next energy for you, which is the sun. And I always say to people, because people ask me all the time, Michelle, I don't know what my purpose is. My love, your purpose is to be happy. And the only way to activate that happiness is to, one, push on that heart light and bring back the innocence and play. Whatever that looks like to you. So to me, 1212 Gateway, there's a lot coming in, as always, but this is actually a very beautiful energy, right, guys? It could be so much worse. There's so much major arcana here. And the key to this aspect is to communicate, because, well, it's telling me here that it's going to be the action that's needed to have these powerful changes. There's always an action that needs to be taken place, guys. It just is what it is. But also appreciate and have gratitude for your journey and reflect. Okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Many blessings to you and your journey. I hope this resonates, and I will be on shortly. I love you all. Blessings.